former president will not return, or that his political movement, which is still very strong, will not once again take power in the United States?
Well, we just have to demonstrate that he will not take power by if he does run, making sure he, under legitimate efforts of our Constitution, does not become the next president.
Things invented after Dianne Feinstein was born. If you close one eye and then squint the other one and rock back and forth, she doesn't look a day over 89. Dianne Feinstein is older than the San Francisco 49ers, the atomic bomb, the ballpoint pen. She's 5 years older than the ability to photocopy. She's older than the creation of Spider-Man. Matter of fact, she's older than the creation of Marvel Comics as a whole by about 6 years. So take every one of your favorite Marvel superheroes, and she's older than all of them grouped together. Smells like chocolate chip cookies. Really put it into perspective, Dianne Feinstein's parents were doing the before World War II even started. Oh yeah, she's older than the Harry Truman administration. And remember guys, these videos are not an endorsement of any party, not an endorsement of a political candidate, rather an endorsement of the idea that we need term limits.
What did I say that upset you today?
Babe.
Would you like to speak with me?
Yeah, I'm speaking to you now.
Right. So why are you here today? Why do you think this is important?
Like Donald Trump said, grab them by the pussy.
All right, so we're being surrounded by...
So as an athlete, I think I could say for everybody that dancing after a draw and shanking your lead, extending PK, and then proceeding to smile about it as a captain of this team, and still gleefully smiling in the post-game interview is wild. She was 100% ready to go to Cancun after this game. She was not serious about this.
Oscar's throw is not in time.
He just missed him. This is another rocket of a throw, and now...
Oh, boy.
Now
oh, my goodness. Here come the benches. Off we go. It started with Anderson and Ramirez. Swings being taken. Kopak had to hold him back, and everybody's spilling out here in Cleveland.
Well, now they come running out of the bullpen, which is a bit late, but they're adding some support to the effort. And that was one of the few that you actually saw coming to blows. You don't see that too often. And Timmy is still hot about this.
Welcome to another Monday night. Hello.
Hello. What is happening, sir?
It's Monday. I'm exhausted. It was a long couple of days, so you are as well.
I am, but still ready to go. Dude,
absolutely.
I love the baseball fight.
The baseball fight was fantastic, and it just came down that Tim Anderson got 6 games.
Okay.
And Jose Ramirez is banned for 3 games.
Wow. I thought he would have got more, but...
No, he got 3 games. Anderson got 6. I think Francona, Sarba, and Clase, I think all got a game.
Did you hear, and I know we got to guess, so I'll make this quick. Did you hear Tom Hamilton's call of the fight?
It was amazing. Yeah, it wasn't on TikTok, so I didn't get it.
I have it. Hold on. I have it right
This is the
here.
greatest call ever.
This is fan-freaking-tastic. I'm going to try not to swear today.
Why?
Because I'm going to try and do better here.
Oh.
Just in case. In case I ever need to. But here is Tom Hamilton's call. The best ever.
Here it comes. A swing and a smash to first by the diving Vaughn. Down the right field line. Kicks into the corner. Ramirez on his way to second. Head first slide. Safe and in to score is Jimenez. And another hustle double. Right over the bag at first. Now Jose and Anderson square off. They're fighting. They're swinging. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, that was the greatest. He is the best. He is the best at what he does.
What a great call.
It was a great call. We have a lot going on today's show. We got a friend of mine, friend of Triv's, entertainer extraordinaire, Billy Fischer, coming up in just a minute. We have the band Silence and Light coming on. They're all members of the armed forces.
Yeah, or veterans. Yeah.
Veterans. And so they're going to come on, and I think the proceeds for their music actually goes to veterans causes. So that's good. And then we're going to talk to, I believe that her name is Mehek Cook.
Okay.
Now, let me get this right here so I know what I'm talking about. Mehek is an attorney, 2020 State House candidate, business owner from Ohio, previously served as legal counsel for presidential campaigns and the Ohio Governor's Office and the Ohio Department of Agriculture.
Okay.
So she has a resume.
She knows something.
And she's going to be talking about issue 1.
Okay.
Now, I made the mistake of making a comment on Facebook over the weekend to saying vote yes on issue 1.
Okay.
At which point, I was relentlessly harassed, called names, put down, told that I was a member of a cult because I have to support Donald Trump because I'm voting yes for issue 1. I was told that I'm stupid by people that actually I went to high school with, and they know that I went to high. Now these are Ignatius guys that apparently all of a sudden became pro-abortion,
right,
and pro everything that sucks. I was told that I hate cops, to which I responded, "Hey, I've done close to 100." Like events for police officers.
You did one last week.
Right. And so, I explained, I love police. I go out of my way to try to help police and to honor police. But I was told that I hate them and I'm a cult member and an ass.
Okay.
Because I'm voting yes for issue 1. Now, it wasn't even just on like my page or the show page. It was just on regular Facebook. I just put, voting yes for issue 1, and was destroyed by some jackass named Steve Bellflower, who lives in Brunswick, I believe. You can probably look him up. He doesn't have a picture. He has like 40 friends. I'm going to say his name because he put it out there.
Sure.
I mean, it's on Facebook, so it's, you can look him up on Facebook and do whatever you want with him. But yeah, he has no family to show, no workplace to show. The only thing that he has to show is that he is a member of, I believe the party is called Hate Everything About the Republican Party.
Good.
Is what he is involved in, and decided to just relentlessly stop or continue to go after me for an entire night. And it was really sad. And I felt kind of bad for the guy because he seemed at some point to be obsessed with just telling me how stupid I am.
Right.
He doesn't know me. And he can take his 40 friends and well, we're going to be clean. So I apologize. I'm not going to say what he should do.
You don't have that little button that says block?
Quit whining on Fuhrer. Okay, you can stop with the Nazi stuff, Jim.
You don't have a block button?
These are the point of me saying this is I'm not trying to whine. What I'm trying to say is we are in a fight for civilization. I heard this on the radio this morning. This may sound a bit radical, and maybe we're going to get banned immediately. Make sure you go to thesethwilliamsshow.com. It's time for revolt in this country. Right. It's time for an utter revolt in this country. It's time that the people on the right stand up against these whack jobs that want to murder children, that want to maim our kids with sex changes, that want to take the guns and get rid of the Second Amendment. You realize, you know what Justin Bibb said, the mayor of Cleveland?
Mm-hmm.
He said, once issue 1 passes, we're coming for your guns.
Well,
let them come for your guns. Let's see what happens.
Charlton Heston said it best for me. I'll take a bullet before I'll give up my gun.
So issue 1 is a lot more than just abortion.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't seem to understand it. Again, these asses that I went to school with apparently were fooled by people like John Legend, who are saying vote no for issue 1. So I'm not whining. What I'm telling you is we are in serious trouble in this country. And if we don't start doing something about it, I talked to a pastor, of all things, a pastor last night, who said, of course, he was talking about God. If God could do everything for us, he would, but he's allowing us to stand up for ourselves. At some point, we have to stand up for ourselves.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to do it for us.
Well,
we're about to be a lost country.
We've shown that we could do it once before. Let's see if we can do it again. I hope it doesn't come to all that, but if it does, it does.
So just tell them everyone is entitled to their own opinion, even though it's wrong. Look, I made perfectly clear in all these posts that I was battled in over the weekend that, hey, look, I respect your opinion. Just respect mine.
Right.
I don't tell you what to say and what not to say, or what to do and what not to do. Just respect my opinion. But they don't. So at some point, we have to stand up and say, all right, enough is enough.
Yeah, or you could also just not let them on your page.
You voted for Trump, you're a Nazi. Yes.
Okay, whatever. Well, put me in there. Heil Hitler then, because I voted for Trump too.
So you were bullied to shame for speaking your mind. If you remain silent, they win. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
At some point, we have to stand up and enough is enough and say, we're not putting up with this junk anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Not putting up with the Antifa people. We're not putting up with these bullies over issue 1 or whatever it is. We're not putting up with any of this crap. We're not putting up with people that say that it's okay for kids to get sex changes when they're 8, 10 years old and then not tell your parents about it. Enough is enough.
Well,
I argue with Mike all the time about this ridiculous subject. Because we're going to bring everybody together and sing songs and everybody hold hands. How about there's a difference here between right and left? It's now a difference between right and wrong.
Yeah.
And wrong is winning all of a sudden. I don't know how that happened. Because we let it happen.
That's why. Because 3, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when people started calling you a name, too many people cowered to it. You're a racist. Oh, whoa, don't call me that. And then people backed off. So then they started using the racist term for everything. Somehow by saying that you like Donald Trump's policies, that makes you a racist. Well, it doesn't. But if you're afraid of being called that, then you back off from it. But, I've stood my ground the whole time. I don't care. I have a joke that I say all the time. Just put it at the end of the cape. Anytime somebody calls me a name, a racist, a bigot, whatever, just put it on the end of the cape. Because I don't care what you call me. You're not that important to me.
But see, I don't really take offense to the names or anything like that, because God knows I worked with Triv. I was called names for 13 years of my life. I was called worse than this guy called me, that's for sure.
Right.
But my point is that this is real life now. Dude. This is like, these people are coming for your children. They're coming for your guns. They're coming for your rights, and they don't care. They want you to just follow along with what they want you to do.
Now, the revolution will come when they actually try it. Right now, it's still all bullshit, but it's all garbage. But if they, if and when they actually do come, you will see a different, especially the gun people. And I speak as a gun person. You will see a very different side of people than you've ever experienced in your life if you come after the gun people.
I know there's people on the left that are listening who are sitting there going, Donald Trump, election denier, blah, blah, blah. Look up on YouTube. Just go look up on YouTube 12 minutes of Democrats denying elections. Mm-hmm. It goes all the way back to 20 years ago they've been denying elections.
Right.
They denied the Bush one. They denied... obviously, Hillary did it 112 times.
Yeah. Yeah, it's believe me, it's full of hypocrisy, but you can't tell anybody that. That's why I don't try to change Democratic thoughts. I don't, because it's waste of my energy. I know this, I'm not changing mine either. I don't give a shit what they say. I really don't. I don't care what they say. I'm not changing my thoughts. So if you want to come and you want to come into my backyard and try and take something, come and take it.
Well, Justin Bibb is coming for you.
Well,
He's coming for your guns.
Tell that little scrawny person that I'm waiting for him.
I was just about to go to Billy. Now he's not there.
He probably ducked out. He hears all this. He's like, "What did I tune into?"
No,
here?
Billy's a patriot, man. He's he posts a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, patriot or not, he wants to sell his gigs.
You're still our Führer. Man, how you doing, Rick? Good to see you here. But it really is getting to the point where I don't know what we're going to do.
Well,
you got to stand up.
You do need to, and more people need to. I honestly think it's just a simple factor of standing up with your voice. When somebody comes at you, you just got to say, you know what? 2 middle fingers, jerk off. You know, you just can't take it. You simply cannot just bow to it, and you can never be quiet about it. I can't tell you the amount of hell that I've taken for running my mouth especially during COVID. You know, I mean, dude, I had conversations for my business in Pennsylvania. I talked to state senators and police chiefs and everything else because I told them I wasn't going to close. And I didn't close. I closed when everybody literally had to, when they were sending people around or they were threatening to send people around. But I opened months before my county was in the right color or whatever that thing was. Remember when it was your county's red and your county's yellow? Dude, we were closed for like a month and a half. We opened up and we were just like, too bad. And I took a beat. I can't tell you how many people called me a kid killer and that I was running the Coronacade and all these names and stuff. And I was just like, don't care. You know, all I cared about was that the state police told me they would not arrest my guys. And I opened up and I didn't care what they called me. And you know what? My business survived where like 8 others in my stupid plaza closed. So you got to do what you think is right, no matter what. That's what you got to do. You got to do what you think is right.
But the problem is, talking doesn't seem to be doing good anymore. It really doesn't. Talking doesn't do anything.
No.
They don't care. They don't care what you say. They don't care what you... Even when you present facts, they don't like to hear them.
So then don't present them.
So what do? We're losing a battle here. We are losing a battle between right and wrong.
But the reason we're losing the battle is because we always cave.
There's an attack now on Christians. There's an attack now on
whose
men.
fault is that?
There's an attack on our children.
All that? Whose fault is
all that? I
that?
guess it's our own, but how do you change it now?
Well, there's
you have to
ways.
change it. Now you got to change it.
First of all, when anybody says you need to be this way or that way, like as a man, this new feminized man thing, if they tell you to do something, you tell them no. If they tell you, you know, whatever they tell you, you tell them no, and you do things your own way, and you don't worry about it. You just keep doing things the way you do them. If enough people do that, it'll stop. Same with the Christian thing. When the reason the Christians have had so many problems is because they caved early on. Because people are like, well, you're not very religious if you this or that. Well, you know what? Fine, then I'm not. Then I'm a church of non-religion. You just can't give in on any subject ever. Somebody tells you, look, you know, I've said multiple times on this show and on every other that I'm pro-abortion. And I have heard so many people that have come out to me, glad to know you accept being a baby killer. And you know what my answer is? I do. Not don't call me that, not you don't understand, not anything. I take all the fight out of them. And I just say straight up, I do accept that I'm a baby killer. Now what are you going to say, stupid? You know, you just go at them hard. Fight your battle hard, and you'll find that most people are cowards and do not want to fight you back.
But I don't think there's enough people in this country to stand up anymore. I don't.
I think there is if they're not afraid, if they know they got backup from other people. The problem is nobody stands up for each other.
No, and everybody's quick to use their phones and not to actually do something.
Yeah.
Ooh, stand up.
Let me go on Twitter and tell people how bad you are. Okay, go ahead. Dude, I had the LGBTQIA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after me at one point because I was trying to have a ladies' night at Pinball PA. And they were like, well, we're going to pick it and we're going to call the media and blah, blah, blah. And my only reaction was spell the name of the business right. I was not going to cave in and I wasn't going to run my business based on how they wanted it. And I didn't. And I just didn't care.
They are pushing it to a civil uprising. Then they say, oh, look, it's their fault.
Yeah, of course. That's what they did on January 6th. Sorry, YouTube. But that's what they did on January 6th. Let everybody in there. A couple people went a little goofy. Not crazy goofy, but a little goofy. And what did they do? They made it sound like the British coming back to take over the states.
Yeah, the insurrection with no weapons. They were uprising with their cell phones.
Well, you had that guy with the
horn hat. And some of them walked peacefully through the damn Capitol.
Yeah, but you had that guy with the horn hat that looked
the guy that was where the video shows he was led by the Capitol Police to
looked menacing.
To the room.
looked menacing, looked like the perfect scapegoat for all you Trumpers.
The cops let him in and walked him in.
Doesn't matter. Shouldn't have been there.
Look, I'm not standing up for whatever happened on January 6th because there's some things that shouldn't have happened on that day.
Yeah.
But it certainly wasn't the insurrection that the left wants you to believe, and Donald Trump didn't promote it. All right, let's go to Billy Fischer while we got him.
All right, let's do that.
Mr. Billy Fischer, how are you, my friend?
Oh, how's it going? I try to be tech savvy, and I'm messing with, hey, I'll make this look better, maybe give me a little more hair and stuff, and all hell broke loose, man. How are
Billy
you, man?
Fischer,
Chris, I never met you, but,
nice to meet you, man.
Somewhere down the road, but
Absolutely.
Listening to you guys, you're right there on the money with everything, man.
Billy was a good friend of Triv's and a good friend of mine as well.
Sure.
And he left the beautiful sunny skies of Northeast Ohio for the crappy, dreary weather of Las Vegas.
It's funny you guys open up the show with the rendition of God Bless America, or
Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah, well, right back here, this is the Triv benefit when Billy Morris and myself tried to do that same rendition of the national anthem. And I just found it on YouTube, and John Adams played drums for us.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to let that run a little bit in the background. And
sure.
Yeah, Triv's the reason why not the reason why I moved out here, but he pushed me in so many ways. I was in bands back in the 80s and into the 90s. And then when I got on his show to sing Frankie Valli on the TV or on the radio show, that sparked my whole singing to tracks thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And because of that, it took me to another level as far as just certain songs to sing and all that. And that brought me out to Vegas, basically. And I'm in a great place right now because of it.
So what are you doing out in Vegas? I don't know exactly what you do. I talk to you a lot, but I don't know what you're actually doing out there.
There's so much. I didn't move out here to perform at restaurants, although there's a couple that I do, reputable ones like Triv's in Strongsville. There's some places out here. The Italian American Club out here is a great place. If you want history about Vegas, you're going to find it there. I perform there. I'm in a tribute group with Bee Gees Gold. I play Robin Gibb. Now, mind you, I'm a short guy, so I have to wear all these taller shoes and stuff. Put a wig on and put the blue glasses on, and I portray Robin Gibb. So I'm just a sub for them right now. And I have to tell you, because of COVID, I was going to be a full-time member, but because I refused this, I'm not able to be part of that band because they were traveling and going to Canada, and Canada. So it was my decision. I missed out on a lot of money, but you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm also in a tribute with Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I play David Crosby, so I grow out the mustache, put a wig on, and I play guitar, and again, those taller shoes. So I'm part of that group as well. We had a show a few weeks ago at one of the casinos here in Vegas. It was great. Hoping to be back on the road with them. I'm in just yesterday. I did backup singing for a doo-wop group, and I wasn't part of the doo-wop. I was just singing with two lovely ladies side by side. We were doing the oohs and ahs for a couple girl entertainers, and again, I'll do that anytime. I'm in a Doobie Brothers Eagles tribute at times with different. It's called Album Palooza. If you go on Facebook, you'll find them. They have different tributes to all kinds of acts, and I'm part of their Eagles and their Doobie Brothers and Steve Miller projects that they have. So I'm going to Colorado next month with another guy named Lanny Counts, who's a big black dude who can sing everything from Michael Jackson to Lou Rawls, Barry White, up to Whitney Houston. And I'm going to be singing background and playing some percussion for him out in Colorado. So
wow.
Yeah, man, I'm loving life because of that,
Well, Billy, from what I understand of Vegas right now, seems like a lot, probably 50% or more of the people that were formerly based in LA are moving that way, musicians wise. Seems like that is really becoming the hot spot. How does that affect doing the business like you do? Do you find a lot of guys that were formerly LA, LA Sunset Strip guys now trying to invade the tribute world or what?
Yeah, there are people coming here from California, that's for sure. As long as they have our ways,
right,
and not their ways,
right,
I'm okay with that. There's a lot of musicians that are here that have been here for 30 plus years from Cleveland. Met a lot of people from California, from everywhere, and they tell me it's just not the same. Obviously, what it used to be. A lot of places don't want to pay the money. The Strip doesn't want to pay local musicians that money, so they find just duos or single people. I've done some track shows down there because they don't want to play. But you know what? I moved out here 6 years ago. It's still better to me than Cleveland as far as the entertainment side of things. I got a commercial on here. Let me shut that off. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that for you guys. Anyways, so yes, I mean, I've met a lot of new people out here from California. And you know what? You guys talk conservatively between musician and musician. They're conservative. Oh, geez. Let me see. Let me shut this up. Anyways, so I guess what I'm boiling down to, you guys talked earlier, and I know, Chris, you mentioned you don't care anymore. Seth, you said one thing and you got trashed for it. Well, I too, when COVID hit and the whole vaccine thing and if we don't take it, you're this and you're that. How dare you not take it for the country? And then everything going on as far as political wise, from Biden, what's going on with that, to all this gender identity thing. I'm okay with all that. You want to be gay, you want to be straight, you want to dress up as a girl. But when you involve the children, it gets when it gets testy. So I posted something, I reshared something on Facebook from a local a musician friend who's a girl from Canada. She posted something about Cardi B and how McDonald's was promoting her. And how could McDonald's promote somebody that has a song called, WAP? And all I did was share that. And I asked this girl, I reached out to her, can I share your post? Because I totally believe what you just put. And she goes, oh, yes, definitely. And at the end, she put, it's no different than transvestites reading to, not transvestite, but yeah, I guess it is, reading to children. You know what I mean? Is that what it is? Is that what they're called? Yeah.
Drag queens, yeah, whatever.
Drag queens, reading the children. And I believe that. So I shared that. And because of that, there's an entertainer out here who wanted to ruin my career. And I'm like, okay, I don't have a career, so go ahead. So I refused anymore. I decided, you know what? Yes, I'm a musician, but I have my convictions. I have my morals, and I'm going to post what I believe. And I post a lot of funny stuff. I don't get really bad. I don't. I share stuff that I believe in, and it's everybody else that battles for me, because I have my Democratic liberal friends out here, musicians wise, that'll give me hell, but I don't care. I stay morally, it's your opinion to my opinion. Yeah. You know what I mean? And for it, I've had people come up to me and say, Billy, I like what you're doing on Facebook, and on the side, but they can't tell me that. They can't say it because not that they're afraid. They just, so if I can stand up for them at my height, 5'2", I will,
You do post a lot of cool stuff, though. I like watching you on Facebook.
And here's another thing. Because of Triv, and I owe that guy a lot, man. Let me show you what I have. Don't need to turn my head. But I was trying to find out. I found old, just flyers from the benefits that I did through the years. And because of him, when Facebook started coming out, he had all these friends. He goes, hey, you want some friends on Facebook? I'm like, sure. So he kept sending me. I don't know how you did it back in the day, but he send me friends. I accepted. And then I got shut down. He got shut down. He sent me tons of friends. I have now 5,000 friends, and 4,500 of them are from Triv, I think. So because of that, I have 5,000 friends. I'm at my peak, and I can share things that I think really go places. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. Musically wise, I got a lot of fans because of that. And unfortunately, I do have a little Billy Fischer fan page that I never activated. I got to do that so I can just keep music a little bit separate.
Sure.
Totally from what I do politically now wise, but I always have Triv in my heart when I think of things, man.
Don't you miss those like calls in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning going, what are you doing?
Oh, I still keep my messages. Trust me. Yeah. So it's a great
Especially
thing.
when we went to Vegas, it ended up being 3 o'clock in the morning calls.
Oh, trust me. And he knew damn well what he was doing, My wife would say, put that on mute before you go to bed.
So now I just read the other day, actually I heard a story on the radio that COVID is making a comeback. And now they're talking about this new director of the CDC or whatever is talking about maybe possibly doing more shutdowns and more boosters and all this kind of stuff. I mean, Vegas was shut down for a while. I know when I went out there and I saw you out there,
yeah,
they had reinstituted the mask mandate and everything. That does affect your business pretty hard, doesn't it?
Oh, it definitely did. When it shut down altogether, I took a ride down there, and it's unbelievable. Now, mind you, the Strip didn't have no locks, so they couldn't lock their doors because they were open 24/7. So you actually saw padlocks on stuff.
Oh.
Driving down the Strip, it was so sad to see, and it definitely took a while before it came back. We have a Republican governor. Some like him, some don't. He was the sheriff out here. But he was better than what we had. And it's still not 100%. I mean, things are coming back and shows are happening. And there's a lot of local musicians. What I love about out here is the family of local musicians. And mind you, I knew a lot of local musicians in Cleveland, don't get me wrong. But the community, Vegas, the Strip is so huge, but the city is so small. You know what I mean? And because of that, there's so many musicians that stick with each other. You know what I mean? Help each other out. That play with the bigger people. There's a guy who plays with the Barry Manilow. He's a local musician here, and I played with him on stuff, and it's just cool. I mean, they're giving back. You know what I mean? Sharing.
Sure. Well, it's part of the reason that it's like that, though, too, is because Vegas is wired for entertainment. I mean, that's what Vegas is. We're here in Cleveland. Entertainment is your sideline. It's your Friday, Saturday. We're out there. Tuesday is an entertainment day. Monday is an entertainment day. All the days are entertainment days in Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They totally are. There's not a time. When I first moved out here, there was a place called the Tap House. Every Monday night was a jam musicians night. That place was packed every Monday. And because of that, that's how I met all the other musicians that I now call dear friends, that because of that place. But it's endless. Yeah, there's private parties constantly. They make up a reason to have a private party. Hey, can you do my gig? Can you do my party? And everybody shows up for it, and it's wonderful, and it's great. I met so many great people because of it, and you won't find that in Cleveland. You could if the weather was better. I'm saying, I mean,
sure.
It took a while to figure out. When we first moved out here, let's go do this. Oh, then maybe it's going to rain. It's like, wait a minute, what are we talking about? It's not going to rain out here. And my wife always says you don't have to shovel sunshine. So when it's got a heat, it's like 116. It's been brutal. Don't get me wrong, but then you just stay indoors. You know what I mean? And I don't have to go out and do any work.
I'll tell you what. The last time Heather and I were out there, you were so gracious enough. You picked us up. Our plane got delayed like 17 times leaving Cleveland. And so we didn't end up getting to Vegas until literally 3 o'clock in the morning Vegas time. It was the day that Billy had to stay up and come to get us.
Yeah, it definitely is crazy.
We were there. I think one day we were walking because we also got stuck there. So we ended up staying in another hotel that used to be the Hooters Hotel. And it was kind of close. It looked close to a liquor store. And I was itching for some liquor. And it looked like it was close. And the temperature was 107. And I decided, okay, we're going to walk to this liquor store to get something to drink. And literally, it seemed like we were walking across a desert in the middle of Africa. It was not. I was waiting to see cheetahs walking by us because it was so damn hot. And I'm wearing a sweatshirt and sweatpants trying to walk to this stupid liquor store just to get a bottle of vodka. And it was the most horrific thing ever. But everybody said, oh, it's a dry heat. No, it's still hot. It doesn't matter. dry heat or not, it's hot in Vegas.
You know, they say what you have to do is turn your oven on, then open the door and put your head. That's the heat of Vegas, because that's a dry heat coming out of your oven there. That's the same. And you're right. I mean, but again, I mean, compared to the humidity,
yeah,
I can take a shower and not have to sweat when I get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's still nice there.
Yeah, yeah.
So we wanted to have you on because you're coming back to Cleveland this week. I think Wednesday, right?
Yes, I come back Wednesday. Yes.
And you have a bunch of gigs planned.
I have some gigs. You know, again, before COVID, my idea was to come back twice a year and do gigs. And when COVID hit, I didn't get a chance to really try to figure that out again. But I promise next year I'm going to do that, because obviously places book up late in the year for the next year. So I kind of fumbled the ball, but I was able to get into Trivs. I'm going to be at Trivs in Strongsville next Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday, but a week from this Wednesday. Yeah. So, and then the only other public place I have is a place called Gino's Place in Strongsville as well. It's down Pearl Road. And he's a great guy as well. But I have a couple of assisted living homes that I'm going to be doing while I'm here. Cool. One for she's 98 years old. It's a friend of mine whose mother's in there. So I'm going to do that. And then a VFW club. But other than seeing my kids and my grandkids and my siblings that are there, yeah, looking forward. And friends and family. You guys.
Chris, you don't know. Billy has done so much for like the Coach for Kids charities.
Sure.
And with Triv, with the benefits and like the best, he dressed up as, remember he did Kung Fu fighting?
And I got pictures. You know, I kind of have hair, but with Triv, the benefits, I was always bald. So I glued this ponytail on the back of and I have a little kid's ninja outfit, and I did Kung Fu fighting, doing all kinds of anything awesome. Triv wanted. You know what? I came out here and it was like I walked right into the same thing, because I did stage shows out here in Vegas, variety shows, and it was just like what Triv put on. So I was able to don my little Elvis outfit with my styrofoam big head and the big glasses, and I did Elvis out here as the little Elvis, you know. So
nice.
Yeah, he didn't know it. I didn't know it till I got it. Well, he like I said, he's in my heart. And here, I'll show you this. This is where is it? Fat head of me that Jimmy Grenick did. And it has Coats for Kids right there.
Nice.
And one of the benefits. I didn't know this was happening until I got there, and I'm like, what the hell?
I remember that. He had a bunch of
So
those signs, but I remember I was kind of pissed because I wanted one of my own, and I didn't get one.
I wasn't able to bring it home, so my buddy who lives here from my first band back in Cleveland, he was going home to ship some stuff, drive back with some stuff. He carted that in his car and put it in a passenger seat all the way home, you know, while he was driving.
Nice.
I miss those benefits like you can't believe, Billy. I think about them all the time.
You're not the only one, man.
I wish we could do that again. I mean, not only for us, because I just enjoy doing it, but for Coach for Kids too. But it was always just such a good time. He did such a good job with those, and you were always so generous, and it was just such a blast, man.
Well, you know, in my first band I was in, called Lost Children, we called ourselves, because we all came from broken homes, more or less. So we came up with this name, and it's like, well, that name kind of sounds pretty, just, I don't know, not dark, but so let's do something about it. So we decided to start working with children's charities, and we donated as much as we could, $100 every time we had like $100 in our till, because we bought our own brand new sound system. I took a mortgage out on my second car to buy a truck. You know what I mean? So we had to pay that back, but every $100 that we made, we had a checking account. I found children's charities locally, not United Way, not those big ones, and I sent them a $100 check. We did benefits for cystic fibrosis, you name it, the Providence House, the Marines Toys for Tots. And I've always been involved in charities. So again, I listened to Triv, and when that started happening, like, man, it just turned out to be the best thing to be able to hook up. And he gave me that opportunity. He didn't have to answer my phone call when I sang Sherry, or you know what I mean? I called up and sang Sherry for him. He didn't have to do that. But next thing you know, I'm in his son's restaurant singing, paying I spent $100 each time I played there on a karaoke system just to have the music so I can sing because I didn't have that. So I eventually bought my own stuff and it paid itself off. But it was a privilege and it was an honor. I mean, really was.
He absolutely loved you. I know that. Somebody texted in and said, "Are you still doing the home shows on Facebook?"
Man, as much as I say yes, I'm going to do it again. I don't. I do want to start. I love when I did Mellow Mondays, it was called, and because I just wanted to keep it mellow music, but it was songs from the 60s, 70s, 50s, and then people would come in. I need to do a setup where I can really see it on time, people coming in and saying, "Can you do this?" and all that, And then Facebook was shutting me down a couple times too. Obviously, you know that. Just with problems because I'm copywriting songs, but the songs I have, I bought. I know it's not, I legit bought them from a place, but yeah, copyright, or what, I don't know how you put that in a line, but like they're getting any money from it, you know what I mean?
They were the best, Chris. I'm telling you, during COVID, there was nothing. No entertainment anywhere, as you know. There's no clubs, nowhere to go, nothing.
Yeah.
And Billy would always be on Facebook doing his shows, and there was
3 times
nothing better than watching those shows at night.
I got contacted by a producer in California from a show called I Can Hear Your Voice or something, or I Could See Your Voice. And it was a show where you had to try to, as a contestant, you had to try to see this person singing and saying, "You're not really singing." You have to determine whether that's really his voice or not. So they contacted me. I went through the whole process of Zoom meetings with different producers. I signed a contract for $1,000. And at the end, it's like, I either get in or I don't. And I ended up not getting in, but I went through that whole process all because of my online shows that I did. So that was kind of cool. I didn't know who I was reaching, like I said,
Well, they were amazing, and you're amazing. And I really appreciate you coming on today. So you're going to be at Trivs a week from Wednesday. So the 16th.
From Wednesday. Yeah, that's the big one. That's my home away from home.
What time are you going to be there?
It's 7 to 10, I believe. Yeah.
And then Gino's when?
Gino's place, that's going to be on not that Saturday, because I'm playing the feast at Little Italy on Friday before the feast downtown at Nido Italia on Friday before the next week. So Friday at Nido Italia down at Little Italy. When I come in, and I'm terrible with dates, but I know I come in Wednesday. That's the 9th. So 10th, the 11th, yeah. I believe I'm at Nido Italia. Then I'm at a VFW in Avon Lake on that Saturday. That's kind of private unless you're a veteran. And then following the next week, Wednesday at Trivs. And then that Saturday, again, I'm at Gino's place. So I'm looking forward to it.
I know Tony Masaccio is going to be down at the feast. He's going to be looking for you. So.
Oh, cool. And Jimmy Gerard, who owns the Italian American Club out here, he's from Cleveland. He's going to be there, and he's going to be at the show Friday and probably busting my balls like they call it out here.
That's awesome.
That's what they do out here, man. Yeah, I love it. It's old school. There's still, I went to see Rich Little's show. He's still out there. He's 80-some years old, and I was able to meet him backstage, and all the old timers are still here. Pat Cooper just passed away. If you remember a comedian, Pat Cooper, he just passed away out here. Shecky Green is still alive out here. If you know that name, they're all in their late 80s, man. Entertainer wise, there's a guy named Clint Holmes. There's that song, "My name is Michael. I got a nickel. I got a nickel." He lives out here. He does entertaining all over the place. He goes to New York a lot, but he entertains out here. And yeah, they're out here still, man. Some of the old timers still loving life out here in Vegas.
That's awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Billy, and I'm looking forward to you coming into town. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Yeah, let's have breakfast or something.
Absolutely going to get it done.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet you somewhere down the road, man.
Maybe next Wednesday.
Okay. All right.
All right, Billy. Good talking to you. We'll talk to you very soon. I'll see
Thanks,
you soon.
guys. Have a good
Thank you, Billy.
Take care, man.
Bye. Good guy, man. He's just a good dude all around, and he's just, super nice. And he's always gone out of his way to help the charities and out of his way to help me even. I was in Vegas and stuck there and everything. And you're not going to meet a much better person than him.
Yeah, seems like a good dude, man. I was thinking we should go next Wednesday.
To Trivs?
Yeah.
The 16th? I would love to go.
Why not? Let's go.
I would absolutely. We'll make that happen.
Mm.
All right. Let's take a quick break, I guess.
Yeah, and then if the band shows, the band shows.
The band shows. If not,
we have plenty to talk about.
I was going to say F, but I'm not going to say that about service members. So
I'll come and kill you.
Back. Yeah, I know. These guys are like special ops from what I've been reading.
Right.
So, yeah. Hey, if they don't come, I'll send them flowers.
There you go. Perfect.
And we'll be right back.
It is time to save America and stop funding woke corporations. Shop with merchants that share your values today. Get all the great products you buy online anyway from Mammoth Nation. Visit the online store today at us.cmspn.com and save money while helping to fend off enemies of our way of life. We can't expect change until we make changes ourselves. Shop Mammoth Nation today.
Are you looking for a way to support the Seth Williams Show? Get your Seth Williams Show merchandise today. From coffee mugs to clothing and everything in between, our high-quality merch is the perfect way for you to not only support the show, but show everyone what is the greatest show going today. Just go to shop.thesethwilliamsshow.com now, shop around, and buy some great merchandise from the Seth Williams Show. Shop today.
Hey, it's Seth, and I appreciate you watching today. And you can make a difference. For just $4.99 a month, you can help save someone's life today. It really does count. Every dollar matters. And you can change someone's life. Not these ridiculous dogs. Those are actor dogs. I'm talking about myself and Chris Akin. I can barely afford a shave and a haircut, or sleeves on a shirt sometimes. We could use your assistance today. Just go to the Odyssey app. Go to the Odyssey website, ODYSEE. Just $4.99 a month can change the world for someone today. Myself and Chris Akin. We'll give you extra content. We'll give you bonus footage. We'll give you new episodes. Subscribe to the Odyssey channel today. Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Don Dockin. When I'm feeling nostalgic, I always go to Pinball PA. You gotta go check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Stop what you're doing and start making memories at Pinball PA, located at 2284 Broadhead Road, Suite 10B in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. We have over 420 video games and pinball machines to play, and all games are set to free play, so no quarters or tokens are needed. Pinball PA is open 6 days a week, and is the best and most affordable entertainment spot in all of Western Pennsylvania. Check out our website at www.pinballpa.com for more details. Come visit Pinball PA today. Initials up.
All right, right back here on the Seth Williams Show with Chris Akin, CMS Network, CMS
TV.
.net. I'm going to get it eventually.
And of course...
Only on it. I should probably know it.
And of course, Rumble.
Like
these little graphics? Look at that. I'll go with the smaller one.
That's kind of
cool. I have a 2-shot and a 3-shot, but...
And the SethWilliamsShow.com, I added a whole bunch, well, not a whole bunch, but like 3 more different videos onto the Odyssey channel.
Good.
For extra content. If you subscribe $4.99, you can see extra content.
That's good.
The Odyssey channel.
Good.
Need to get more of that stuff up there. I like doing that stuff.
I need to do more too.
There's actually a video of me attempting to climb a snow pile. Triv was yelling at me to climb a snow pile.
Nice.
And his stepson was out there, and Andre Knott, I believe, is one of the voices you hear. There's a woman. I don't remember who that was.
Right.
But they were yelling at me to climb up the snow pile that was made in the parking lot. And I couldn't do it because I'm fat. But it was entertaining, at least, to watch me try.
Right.
So subscribe to the Odyssey channel. Look up the Seth Williams Show there.
Yeah.
And subscribe. And then buy stuff from the merch store, too. We haven't talked about that enough. Buy some stuff from that merch store. Seth
We really haven't
SethWilliamsShow.com.
talked about that at all, have we?
Go to thesethwilliamsshow.com, click on the merch stuff, and
yeah, and buy something, you cheap so-and-sos.
where's Olivia at tonight? I don't know where she's at. I wish she was joining the conversation. There is, however, a video of Olivia, the traffic girl, on my extra content page on the Odyssey of me dousing. She's getting doused with water.
Oh, nice.
So,
She'll probably chime in at about 5:15.
Yeah, I look like a gorilla in that video with the.
If I'm thinking of the same Olivia, is it the same one that'll be in here going, liars, liars?
Look, man, this issue one thing is killing me. It really is. I know which way I should vote. You know, between talking to pastors at different churches, which is why I'm surprised that this Ignatius kid. You can see his posts on my my Facebook page as well. He seems like a nice enough guy. I mean, I think I know him. But I'm sure look, I'm not trying to talk any shit about him, any crap about him. Sorry, but he struck a chord with me when he starts basically calling me uninformed when it comes to this issue. Now, I've done a lot of research on this issue since the first show that we talked about it, and I had no clue what the hell was going on. I've done research on this issue, and I am finding
You studied
myself,
it. You brought on informed guests. Whether people believe what they're saying or not, their credentials speak at least to the level that they can speak on the issue.
And like he goes, well, you can't trust that woman. She's from Protect Women Ohio. That group has only been around for a year.
So?
Okay, so what difference does it make? They still stand for what I believe.
How long does it take to become an expert on one issue? What's
Not very
the
long.
cutoff? What's the cutoff? 2 years? 5 years? 10 years? What?
I don't know what, So I guess instead of Protect Women Ohio, I'm supposed to trust the Marxist Socialist of America who also support issue 1 and say yes to issue 1. That's who I'm supposed to rely on for my information? I'm sorry. John Legend, the big superstar who used to live in Ohio, supports issue 1. So I'm supposed to be some sort of entertainment fool and look up to these people, you can swear, that are telling me what to do. No. I try to make my decisions based on my beliefs, and my beliefs come from one, I support the Second Amendment. I support, even though I don't own a gun, one, I'd like to, but two, I know people that do own guns, and I support hardworking, legal gun owners having them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
and then I also support groups that are against abortion. Look, I have said that I make exceptions for abortion in certain cases. I get it. There are certain exceptions that I understand. But for the most part, using it as birth control, I don't accept as a valid reason to have one. So that is my opinion, and I don't support Planned Parenthood. They are a shitty They are a crappy organization as far as I'm concerned.
If HK comes calling, we are going to have a struggle.
Yeah, I know. That's why they make a bleep button. But so I've done the research, and I'm tired of having people attack me because I have a different opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Careful, Seth, what you say. What am I saying that's wrong?
See, I will respectfully disagree with Natalie. Don't be careful with what you're saying. Say what you think.
I hate to tell these people, we are not a democracy in this country. This is not a democracy here. We are a republic. We elect those people to do the job. That's what we are. We're a republic. And I want my leaders in this conservative state of Ohio to do what's necessary to protect the rights that I see fit, like owning guns, against abortions, against giving these kids sex changes, against a lot of different things. The agriculture thing. Most people don't seem to understand it. Like John Kerry, I believe, wants like corn to be banned. They're going to come after farming, and they're going to come after farmers here in Ohio.
Huh?
If this kind of stuff if this kind of legislation doesn't get passed. And you can say, oh, you just believe everything you hear. Well, so do you jackass. there's every stupid effer that's going to sit here and say that I'm stupid for voting no on issue 1. I hate to tell you, but you listen to every other thing on the other side and made your decision. So you're just as stupid as I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, you just can't listen to anybody anymore. I mean, that's my stance on all this. Don't listen to anybody. Don't let somebody get under your skin. It's wasted energy. Somebody's an ass on social media. Well, that's the perfect forum to be an ass, is on social media, because you don't matter. You're a blip on a screen.
See, that's not what I have a problem with, though. I don't have a problem with people making fun of me on social media. I mean, I've been called a Nazi 5 times already by Jim on the show today. What I have a problem with is the reality of things. When you step off of social media, the reality of what could happen to a lot of things in the state of Ohio and across this country, quite frankly, it's really going on. And the left is starting to win because nobody is standing up, because we're not making our voices louder than theirs.
Yeah.
And there has to be a turning point at some point in this country, or we're going to lose all control here. Yeah. We're going to have kids that are just lopping their junk off in the middle of their kitchen because it's okay to do no matter what. We're going to have all kind of chaos breaking out if we don't have morals, values, and some sort of control in this country that the left doesn't want you to have.
The only thing I'll say is that you have way more voice right here than you'll ever have on Facebook. So don't give Facebook any time or effort or energy. Don't waste your energy on dummies. They're dumb. Leave them as dumb. Don't waste your energy there. Put your energy here. You're gonna reach thousands of people within a week of this broadcast. That's a hell of a lot more than you're ever gonna reach going back and forth with some jackass on Facebook.
And I understand that, I did get sucked into the rabbit hole of actually trying to have a conversation with this this person, and it was stupid of me, and I wasted valuable time of my life doing that.
Yeah.
But because he's not going to change my mind, I'm certainly not going to change his mind.
Yeah.
I mean, he's, again, part of a group called I Hate Everything Involved with the Republican Party. Nothing that's going to change his mind. There's nothing I could say.
Right.
And then you try to post a picture on this thread that was going on, and it says, "Oh, this thread does not accept pictures." So you couldn't actually post like a document showing things because they don't want to see it.
Well, why would they want to see proof?
But it comes to everything at this point. It's going to electric cars. It's going to this green energy crap that doesn't work, that we don't have a grid for. We're losing everything. And I don't want Trump in office anymore. I don't want the baggage anymore. I want somebody new, somebody fresh, somebody that has the same kind of ideas, the same kind of take the country in a way that he was taking it, but isn't going to be spending time in jail or have to pardon himself to be president.
Right. Sure.
Even though I think these charges are ridiculous and stupid. I mean, if you see the timeline, I know I'm bouncing kind of all over the place.
That's all right.
The timeline of what's going on with Trump. Something happens to Hunter Biden, they indict Trump. Another thing happens to Hunter Biden, the next day they indict Trump. It happened 3 different times. It's not a coincidence when it happens that many times in a row.
Right.
They purposely,
well, they're a crime family. They're a crime family, dude.
Listen to what Biden said.
All right.
The former president will not return, that his political movement, which is still very strong, will not once again take power in the United States.
Well, we just have to demonstrate that he will not take power by, if he does run, making sure he, under legitimate efforts of our Constitution, does not become the next president.
He laid it out.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't going to happen. He said he was going to do this.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's a criminal. I mean, let's just call it what it is, dude. He's not an honorable president. He's the most disgusting president we've ever had in our history. He's a straight up criminal. He's a straight up criminal. And yeah, I mean, you got to call him what he is. You got to just say he's a criminal. His family are criminals.
Nobody else is calling him that
because everybody else is afraid of getting fired.
I mean, even the Republicans who they have all these hearings and all this, that, and they quit having committees and hearings and not doing anything about it. Mm-hmm. Impeach the bastard already.
Well, here's the real problem, dude.
It's obvious what he's doing and what he's done.
Of course. But all these guys, once they get into office, they're corrupted as well. They're all scumbags. We really need like a reboot, a complete reboot. Hey, Vivek ain't sounding that bad these days.
No, I'm telling you, I might be jumping the train here on a Vivek train.
Yeah. You know, I mean, because Biden's a criminal. I don't know if Trump is or not, but I'm certainly pretty convinced that he's not 100% on the up and up. You know, he's definitely done some stuff too. So, you know, they're all criminals. Think about it, dude. Think about this. You played the Feinstein clip earlier too. Yeah. She can't even think straight, but she's not giving up her spot.
Right.
You can't remove her. She can't even think. She's literally having a family member issue her statements or whatever for her.
There's a video of her sitting in Congress and a guy walking up to her and saying, you hear him on mic say, just say yay.
Yeah.
She's being told how to vote.
Yeah. I mean, she's a freaking carrot in a chair. She's a vegetable. She's not a thinking person. But she's still there.
She may be a celebrated woman from back in the day, and I get it, and all the power to her, but not anymore.
No, I'm not even gonna give her that. No, I care about, because you know what would make her somebody that should be celebrated. That she understands that she can't do the job anymore and steps down admirably. Relinquishes her seat to somebody that can think, even if it's somebody that we don't agree with. At least step down and let some other 40-year-old person that might have 1 ounce of fairness in their system in there over. We got a president that can't think straight. We got people voting on our laws that can't think straight. The hell are we doing? We're a laughing stock.
Yeah, I'm producing the Bob France show all week long, 9 to noon. Mm-hmm. Today and tomorrow we had fill-ins, and Wednesday he's going to be back. But I'm doing 9 to noon producing. And today there was a caller that called in and said, well, what about the top secret documents that Trump had? He's going to be going to jail, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Does anybody follow the news? Do they realize that Biden had top secret, or at least documents in his garage that anybody can just walk into and take? Does anybody realize that Biden was taking Obama's documents when he was the vice president and he had no reason or right to take those? Does anybody follow the news that he is a criminal?
Mm-hmm.
Like an actual criminal who's been taking bribes and telling people that they should get fired or else, that sat with his son, his cokehead, crack addict, prostitute-loving son. And he sat there with him on the phone with these business dealings after he said he had nothing to do with them. Nobody's calling this asshole out.
No.
And none of the mainstream media is doing it. Fox does a poor job of doing it anymore. And it's sad. And the Republicans are doing even a more poor job of getting rid of him.
Well, they're not even trying to get rid of him.
They did a better job of trying to get rid of Trump than they're trying to get rid of Biden.
Dude, they don't want to get rid of him because they can make more money with him. That's why. They can make more money by, like Fox. Let's just use Fox as an example. And I have not watched Fox News in 10 years, so I'm talking out my ass a little bit here, but you'll probably agree with me. If Fox was on the air every day bitching and moaning about Biden and get Biden, impeach Biden, arrest his son, doing all this, they would see their reach diminished by the administration. Do you agree with that?
Probably.
And if they saw their reach diminished, then they wouldn't have as good of a product. The way they can do it right now, from what I understand, and you watch it, I don't, they're half in, half out. Is that fair?
I would say yes, especially when it comes to Trump anymore.
Sure. So if they're half in, half out,
Tucker's not there anymore?
But if they're half in, half out, which way is going to make them the most money? So they have to play by that game. They're playing by the money game.
That's why Tucker's not there anymore.
I know.
Because Tucker was all in, and I don't think that the Fox News is anymore. And I'm not saying I don't like it. I still watch it. Still watch it over anything else. The only way that I'm going to get actual news.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get it by watching CNN, that's for sure. Or MSNBC.
Well, Rachel Maddow, she's a worthy journalist.
Oh, yeah. She's the Mega Rapino of news.
Yeah, that guy.
As soon as Vivek becomes a viable candidate, he will get the Trump treatment.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell does need to go. Jesus, another one. What the guy froze up and couldn't think or move. Wasn't that Mitch McConnell?
Yeah.
Why is he still in? Why isn't he rushed to a hospital? Why wasn't he run immediately to a hospital? Instead, they just got some handler that grabbed him by the arm and said, "Okay, shuffle your feet this way, Mitch."
Pence is another one that needs to get out of here.
Now, Pence is a cunt. Sorry.
Hey!
He's a cunt. I hate him.
Wow, dude, that is so not.
I don't care. I don't care. Yes. Go like this, Seth. Go just like this. Ready?
Yeah.
Like you're pushing the dump button.
Need one of those dump buttons on this show.
I'll bet.
Billionaires give money to both parties, so you always have your guy in office.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit, I mean, don't you people remember? Like Trump gave money to Hillary Clinton back in the day. Trump was loved by the left until he ran for president.
Yeah. Yeah, no, dude, we're in a bad place right now, man. We've let tech get too far involved. We've let the media have too much power. And it's the worst scenario we could possibly be in because it's going to be damn near impossible to pull it back.
Yeah, hang on.
Oh my God. Staples actually sells staples.
Somebody sent me a one that was pretty good too. Another one like that.
Okay.
But then it has, what was the other ones? A guy and a girl walking out of that store, Come and Go.
Oh, nice.
They're like fixing their shirts as they're walking.
Right. Hair all mussed up.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Lipstick smeared all over the face.
I get a lot of those things from people. It's funny stuff.
Can't imagine why. Can't imagine why they think that you would be interested in that. Meanwhile, I get the same stuff. Believe you can't imagine the amount of porn that people send me from CMS. Oh my God, it's ridiculous, and some of it is absolutely vile.
Is there such a thing
as vile porn? Yes. Let me just tell you, there is such a thing as vile porn.
I gotta look and see if I can find this other one because it was really funny, but I have to play it off of
Facebook. Do a share
over
screen.
But no, I'm not.
But you're not finding it.
Of course not. Why would I? Because
you need it.
Hey, here it is.
All right.
How do I got to share screen now?
Yeah, present and share screen, and then pick that tab.
Set it. Wait. Present.
I'm
still learning. I've only been doing this for like a year, so
yeah. Present, then share screen.
Some time, I'll eventually get this.
And then you pick the appropriate tab.
Now I gotta hit this.
All right.
Oh.
Is that not it?
It's it, but
it's too small.
No, I'm on the wrong screen now.
Here.
Wait, I gotta present another screen.
Yeah, another tab.
Right. Share screen. I'm very good at this, as you can tell. There we go. Let me share this.
There it is. No sound.
Got it the BJ's, and there's the coming. There's no sound on it.
That's funny.
And
Yeah, I agree.
All right. We should be having another guest coming up here shortly, but the last one did well. So,
Nah, I messaged, I didn't get a message back, so I don't know what's up.
we're going to have to talk about issue 1 again.
Well, that's okay. Now, what is the person that's coming on? What is their stance? Are they vote no's or vote yeses?
No, they're pro issue 1.
Okay.
I believe. Mehek Cook, mother, attorney. Huh?
I'm game just to learn about it. I mean, I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me why you would want to make the standard less instead of more to change a law.
If there's somebody out there that's listening that has a differing opinion, I guess you could say so. I'd like to know why you think that, other than just calling me stupid or a Nazi, Jim. Tell me what is wrong with issue 1. Because I said, and even to some of these other people, I said, hey, look, all these other groups use this same threshold.
Yeah.
And their response to me is, well, other groups aren't the state of Ohio. I said, well, many other states use this same threshold too. Well, it shouldn't be Ohio. You're just stupid, racist, hate cops, and everything else.
Okay, fine. Believe what you want.
All right, let's take a quick break and then we'll do something. I don't know.
All right. What separates Triv's restaurant in Strongsville from everybody else? Some restaurants you go to eat the same thing over and over and over. But then there are restaurants like Triv's where you want to go there every single time and eat something different until you have eaten every single item on the menu. Why? Because the food's delicious, and it has been for almost a quarter of a century. Triv's has amazing food, outstanding service, and an opportunity for you to have private dining, special events, and intimate occasions. You can enjoy a memorable fine dining experience in your own dedicated, intimate space. Visit Triv's in the heart of Strongsville. Call now for reservations, 440-238-8830. Triv's in Strongsville. Joe Burdick custom flags are amazing. Each flag is handcrafted to reflect the imperfect perfection, making each piece of patriotic wall art unique. This is a local small business, veteran-owned and proud. Joe Burdick creates symbolic artwork that is built to last. Display your spirit, pride, and patriotism by calling 440-305-2065 and let Joe's flag serve you. 440-305-2065. Joe Burdick Flags. Let me introduce you to Charlie's Auto Repair. Any car, any truck, any problem, Charlie's does it right. You know how it is. The check your engine light comes on, you put air in the tires, and the light is still on. 216-470-0170. That's Charlie's Auto Repair, 13728 Madison in Lakewood. Charlie can do it all, from small engine repair to fleet maintenance and system diagnostics. 216-470-0170. Charlie's Auto Repair. Let Charlie make your car great once again.
Hey, right back here on the Seth Williams Show with Chris Akin. CMSTV.net, CMS Network. You have Chris Akin Presents tonight, right?
Yes, I do. At 8 o'clock.
All right, we are now joined by our guest talking issue 1 again, because the election is tomorrow and it's very important. Good afternoon. I want to pronounce your name correctly. Mehek, is that correct?
That's correct. Like, what the heck?
Mehek Cook, how are you?
I'm doing well, Seth. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Tell everybody your background, because you have an extensive resume, and I don't want to get it wrong, and I want to give you all the props that you deserve. So.
Well, thank you. I always say born in India, made in Ohio. I'm a Republican strategist. I've been legal counsel to a previous governor, worked in the Department of Agriculture, worked on counterterrorism cases, ran an office in 2020. And I like to say, as McCarthy says, I ran out of time. And today I do a lot of media work to really speak the truth about what's happening in our country. And then I'm also a small business and talent agency owner.
Great. And now I wanted to have you on because the election is obviously tomorrow, and it's important that people get out and vote yes, in my opinion. But I have received such backlash. I was telling Chris earlier, I made a post on Facebook saying vote yes. I was attacked relentlessly by so many people calling me names, calling me stupid, calling me all these things because I believe in issue one. And I tell people why issue one is good. Explain issue one for people.
Sure. So I echo what you're hearing out there. There is some confusion, and I think that people really need to have an honest discussion about this. Today, Ohioans are being misled. Our state constitution, as of the laws today, require a 50% plus one to make any changes to our constitution. If you vote yes on issue one, that means you're raising the threshold to 60%. Now, a lot of people say, why now? And my response is, why not? We need to protect our constitution. We need to ensure that these out-of-state liberal elites don't have a say in what's going on in Ohio. And look, we're seeing this firsthand. If you just look at finance reports today, $14.8 million was spent in the state of Ohio, 12.5 from outside liberal elite groups from California, Illinois, DC. We don't need their politics in our state. We, the people, decide what's happening. We, the people, should be in charge of the Constitution. A lot of Democrats today will tell you, well, you know, the truth is that we're giving more power to the politicians. That's the exact opposite. When you have 60% agreeing, that's majority rule. That's exactly what we need. We're going to be in line with many other states across the country and the U.S. Constitution.
Because that's what I find so confusing, because I see these commercials of scissors cutting up the Constitution. You hear this one vote, one person kind of thing, commercial, all these commercials that sound like you should be voting no. And it is very confusing to people, and I think a lot of people just don't know what the hell they're talking about at this point. And so that's why I wanted to have you on to kind of explain what it is, because I have a lot of people that don't understand, and they're being mean about it too.
Well, you're right. I think the commercials that you're seeing are intentionally deceitful. They're by design trying to trick Ohioans. And I believe Ohio voters are smart, but they truly are being duped by these commercials. You have elitists here in our state that are stating, if you vote against this amendment, you are going to protect your vote. How is that possible? 50%? We're raising the threshold to 60%. That means more Ohioans get a say. You have the Democrat leader, Allison Russo, out there saying, you're going to give power to politicians if you don't vote against this. The last time I checked, whether you're a governor, president, politician, electrician, we all go to the ballot box. We all get one vote. So raising that threshold means 60% of us agree, rather than these small minorities that are trying to take over today. And look, it's happening. The Cleveland mayor, the liberal Cleveland mayor, has stated he is coming after our guns next. So this is not just about today, it's about the future of Ohio. And the liberals were very, very clear. They targeted Ohio. We are truly a battleground state because they're going across the country. What they cannot get through state legislators and governors, they're now going to the Constitution and trying to obliterate every individual's right.
Well, Mehek, one of the things that scares me, and I know you're talking about the out-of-state interest coming in, I worry a lot more about in-state, the actual, just the politicians themselves. We've seen it for at least the past decade that in very rare exception will you see anybody vote except to their line, to their party's line. They will not actually look at the bills and vote based on what the bills are or what the will of the people, their constituents are. They look at what their party is telling them to do. And to me, that's why a yes vote would be enhanced, because it almost forces the politicians to act in the will of the people. No?
I agree. A yes vote will ensure that, again, a politician can't trump what voters want at the ballot box. So if you have that 60%, whether you're a Democrat or you're a Republican today, I don't want to talk about your party ID. I just want you to know as an individual, your rights are being attacked. As a parent, because in November we have an anti-parent amendment that's the most extreme, radical abortion on demand and transgender surgeries coming in. So as a parent, you're being attacked. As a small business, you're being attacked. We could have these radical groups increasing our taxes to 60%. As an individual, your gun owners, you're going to be attacked. The mayor in Cleveland has already stated that he's coming after our gun rights. So today, yes, you're right. Politicians generally vote down straight party lines, but this is why voters have a greater voice. When it's part of the Constitution, it's part of the process, your voices should be heard. And don't go in line with the politicians. I just want people to read the amendment and ask yourself what's at stake.
Right. It even has effects on the agricultural aspect of Ohio. I mean, they want to get rid of corn. I mean, we're talking about some just radical ideas that could really affect a lot of people in the smaller counties in Ohio. And it is bothersome.
100%. Now, these radical groups have talked about coming after livestock care standards. Ohio, the biggest business in Ohio is agriculture. I was general counsel at the Department of Agriculture here. It is a booming business. I respect the farmers that work hard. We have our livestock care standards in place. We don't need PETA and outside groups telling us how to farm. We know what we're doing here. We do it better than anybody else. But this is what I'm talking about. They're infiltrating our state. They're infiltrating our lives. They're infiltrating our discussions at the dinner table, and we want them out. We have to make these decisions as Ohioans first, not these outside interest groups.
And that's one of the things I was talking about earlier on the show today, is that we're coming to a point in this country where all of a sudden the Republicans, the conservatives in this country are kind of taking a back seat. And at some point we need to stand up. At some point we're not doing our jobs. We're not getting our voices out there. And the liberals, the left, whatever you want to call them, are taking over. And we need to put a stop to that. I think issue 1 is one way to do it.
Well, and I think after issue 1, the thing that I am seeing nationally across our country is what's happening with parental rights. And again, Democrat or Republican, it doesn't matter. If you think as the government that you're going to have a greater say than I am as a parent, you're just dead wrong. And as a new mother, I'm telling you right now, the government does not belong at my dinner table with my child. They don't belong anywhere when it comes to those healthcare decisions as I'm trying to protect him from transgender surgeries. They don't belong in our school boards and those decisions. I mean, what has happened to our country today? These politicians today, Republicans and Democrats, are focused on the right thing, wrong things today. Biden is focused on Biden economics, which truly isn't working in our country. It's a disaster. And then you have Republicans that are fighting over who's going to be the next presidential nominee. How about we unify and we find and fight for what our country's worth fighting for? Because today I do not recognize, as an immigrant, I'm telling you, who came here legally, I do not recognize this country. I don't know where our moral compass is. We have to do better, and we have to do it now.
Right. Why do you think they're doing it? What's the end game? Because I mean, I refuse to believe that the people on the left, at least all of them, believe that it's okay to start mutilating kids at 8, 9, 10 years old. I mean, I refuse to believe that they have these ideas and they think it's okay. What do you think the end game is?
So I genuinely believe there are some people in the left that truly do not want transgender surgeries on their children, and they want parental consent. But I think the goal of the left overall is to have more government. They want them in our lives. They want them controlling us, and they want each and every individual dependent on government. They are destroying the American dream, because the American dream is based on my hard work, not what the government gives me, but what I am doing every single day for this country. They are destroying that. And it is very, very intentional, because once you make every single individual in America dependent on government, there's no undoing that. We have worked way too hard to be individuals and small business owners and follow the American dream. But the left is out to torch what America stands for. And we saw this in the 60s. We saw McCarthyism. We saw what was happening where we were fighting for our democracy. The same cycle's happening again. It's wokeism versus capitalism. So this is just a repeat. We have to fight against this. This ideology is wrong and it doesn't belong in any American home.
Is there something we should be doing other than getting out to vote? I mean, is there something, should we be, I don't know, attacking people that are attacking our way of life? Not attacking, but, you know, verbally or with words or on Facebook or on Twitter or whatever. Should we be engaging in that, or should we, I mean, there's got to be more than just, we can all say get out and vote, and we all know that's going to do what that's going to do. But it doesn't change minds and ideologies. What do we need to be doing outside of voting that can help change for the better?
I think we truly need more participation. We cannot sit back anymore. And what I mean by participation is when you know there's a school board meeting, you show up. You speak out and you speak up. When we have media outlets like yours, you allow for the truth to be heard. I don't think attacking anybody, whether it's Facebook or Twitter, really does us any good. I don't even read the negative comments I get today because it's not productive. These individuals don't want to debate me. They don't want to have a real discussion about democracy and how we're under attack. So what I think is the individuals that are worth saving, the individuals that are worth having a discussion with are the ones that truly reach out and say, I don't understand your viewpoint, and we can respectfully disagree, but you have a perfect platform to continue to spread the truth, to continue to challenge the norm on both sides. And I think as we continue to infiltrate and ensure that mainstream media isn't guiding the narrative, we're going to be in a much better place in our country. But it starts with speaking up and speaking out at every single opportunity we get. School board meetings, parent-teacher conferences, rallies. I mean, there are people out there that feel alone today, and we need to bring people together and continue to have these honest discussions about very difficult issues our country is facing today.
Well, you're winning a lot of people over on the chat here. People want you to run for governor.
Someday, thank you.
I don't know what kind of aspirations you have, but you got me convinced. It's been really interesting just listening to both sides go at it here, and it's been frustrating because people don't seem to understand what I try to explain to them, and that's why I wanted you on, and I appreciate you telling people.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity, and let me tell you, Seth and Chris, this isn't a you problem. This is a fundamental problem in what's happening in media and how the liberals are continuing to excel. What I see on the Republican side and conservative side is we want to speak the truth. Whether we like it or not, here's the truth. Here are the facts. Liberals are very good at lying. They're very good at misleading people. They're very good at trying to take over the country. And it's baseless. It's useless. We need to go on to more important things, which is truly protecting the American dream, our economy, our jobs, our workforce, and our children.
Now, one thing I did say earlier, too, is that I don't think the Republicans are doing enough. I really don't. I mean, I support the conservative movement. I support the Republicans that are in office, but I see committee after committee. I see hearing after hearing, and then nothing comes of it. And it's frustrating to me. I mean, we went through 4 years of Trump where he's impeached 900 times. But the guy who's in office who is apparently a criminal at face value, if not worse, and nothing is being done.
Well, we have a double standard in the justice system today. Everything that's happening against Hunter Biden is shocking. The fact that he's not held accountable for his crimes, the fact that he's getting sweetheart deals. I mean, this is shocking. And I think the DOJ and FBI need to be held accountable. Show us your work. Show us what you have against Hunter Biden, and let the people decide. We need a better and stronger justice system in America. And truly, at a national level, it is a disaster. Look at what's happening. Biden is on a self-congratulatory tour, touting Biden economics, talking about how gas prices have gone down. And All of this is nonsense. We know for a fact gas prices, and at least in Ohio, were $2. So the fact that they're $3.50 now doesn't help us. We're struggling at grocery stores. We're struggling with employment. We're struggling with the mandates. We need a new president. We need somebody that is going to unify us. And I'm truly tired of all of these indictments and these trials. You know what they do? They waste millions of taxpayer dollars, and they detract from what we're supposed to be focused on, which is a good job, strong economy, raising our children. These are all distractions. This is why, as an immigrant, I came to America. My parents brought me here for a better opportunity and a dream, and it's being wrecked today. And I would say both sides. I think Biden's a failure, but look, Republicans are doing the same thing. They're generating the same content. They're saying the same thing. We need new leadership that is actually going to drive the country forward. I don't want puppets. I want somebody who's going to stand up for the American people and call out Republicans and Democrats and be honest. That's what we need today.
Amen to that.
Do you think that that part of the solution, and this is obviously a longer term part of the solution, is to probably for the first time since the invention of the television, to get people away from the television, to get people away from, and I have a specific thought, get people away from these multi-billion-dollar corporations that use the political system to their advantage. It really, as silly as it sounds, it probably makes more sense now to go to a Rumble, Tucker Carlson on Twitter, these non-funded but more real places to get information. And I personally think the biggest problem that we have in this country today is we're still believing what might have worked when JFK was assassinated. You turned on the news and you found out your information. Well, the information that's being spilled out today, a lot of it we can easily look at and see as lies, but 90% of the people still take it as truth. And it's scary. It takes people into an easily led place.
You're 100% right. I always look at the news media, but then I use outside sources to really determine what's the angle and what's the truth. You have to cut through the lies today to actually understand what's going on in our country. I mean, one of the biggest things I can tell you is the southern border isn't covered, but that's where the largest human trafficking, drug cartels, you name it. So I went last month to the southern border with Americans for Prosperity to see firsthand what's going on. You want people that are on the ground reporting, that are on the ground actually telling you facts rather than pontificating from their living rooms with no experience. And I think that's what a lot of news outlets are missing today. We're missing real journalists that actually go to the site, that actually get the news and that get both sides. And with issue one, you saw it in Ohio. Mainstream media in Ohio has been abysmal. Nobody has truly covered both sides. We continue to get attacked because we're on the right side and because the media wants to, again, lie to Ohioans. I thought this was national, but it's on a local level as well.
Well, Mehek, I really appreciate you coming on tonight. I think that, a lot of people are supporting you, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And everybody's got to get out and vote tomorrow. Issue 1, you got to vote yes. And,
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
I pray for our states. I really do. I pray for our country, and I'm hoping that things go the right way. So,
me too.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Hope
Good
to talk to you again.
Talk to you, Mehek.
Thank you. She was fantastic.
She's great. And she just put it out there the way it is, which is the way I like it. Just here it is. Deal with it.
Yeah. People people are definitely approving of the fact that she is a beautiful woman as well. But she was great, and I think she had a lot of great ideas, and I think vote yes tomorrow. Everybody vote. Go vote.
Now, I don't know the answer to this. I probably should have asked Mehek. She would have known. She seems like she knows the legal system. But let's say for the sake of argument, issue 1 goes through tomorrow. Can the governor veto it?
I don't know.
I should have asked the question.
I would assume the governor can't veto a vote on something like that.
Well, who knows? I mean, dude, in today's world, who knows what they can and can't do?
The governor can't veto a vote on the president or anything else. I'm assuming the governor can't vote.
No, but that's because he's not higher than the presidency.
I don't know.
I don't know. We should have asked, but then I would have sounded like an idiot if you know, if she'd have been like, no, that's not how it works, dummy.
I appreciate her time. And
I do too. She's great.
You know, I'm not seeing a lot of people that are saying anything against it. Where are those people? Where are those Facebook warriors that wanted to, call me stupid and an ass? I know, Jim, I'm still a Nazi, apparently, but
she hit it on the head, though, when she said she doesn't even look at her negative comments because it's a waste of her time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. I'm glad it can't be vetoed, but let's. Yeah, I just don't see the common sense in making the standard less to enforce our laws. But I mean, that is a total left-leaning way to think. Look at the way they're talking about, defunding the cops and all that stuff. They want less, vigilance. They want less ability to defend the cities.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a quick break, and I don't know, you want to change it and talk about some Guardians fighting or something?
Yeah, we'll talk about something. Sure.
I don't know, make it a little more lighthearted.
What is
a
this?
little bit more happy.
You having a heart attack over there?
Not yet. You see that message I sent you the other day? It was a bunch of letters and
yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but it was like, I'm not having a stroke. Don't worry. Yeah.
And believe me, for a minute, the first one I got, because you sent like two. And the first one I got, I was like, all right, dropped his phone or something, or, because that happens. I do that sometimes too. But then a second one came on. It was like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, something's up with Seth, because I know the story too about how you kind of lost your shit when you, when you actually had the problem with your leg.
Yeah.
And you end up losing your leg. And it started with you losing your mind first, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And I was literally texting you, are you okay? When you texted me, said, I'm not having a stroke.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well then good.
All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back and talk about something. Hang on.
What's going on, everybody? It is Chris Akin from Chris Akin Presents and the Seth Williams Show, and of course the Classic Metal Show. And I know you need someone to be told something, right? Whether it's something nice, something not so nice. Maybe you need somebody fired and you just don't have the guts to do it. Maybe you need to tell your girlfriend to hit the pavement. Maybe you need to tell the boyfriend to hit the streets. Whatever it is, I got you covered. Right here with my Cameo, cameo.com/Chris Akin. I will tell them, and I won't be nice, unless you want me to be. If you want me to be nice about it, I will certainly give the sweetest message possible. But if you need evil with a lot of F-bombs and a lot of words that I just can't even say on any sort of radio or TV program, I'll do that for you too. One more time, cameo.com/Chris Akin. Buy a Cameo from me, and I will tell them like it is, the way you want them told. All right, see ya!
There's no place like home, and whether it's furniture, artwork, home accessories, appliances, or that one-of-a-kind collectible, Yellow Brick Road Online Auctions allows you to find everything you need from the comfort of your own home. The owner of Yellow Brick Road Auctions has been conducting online estate auctions for over 8 years by providing homeowners with a stress-free process to liquidate all items that have accumulated over the years.
I'm Melissa Mendici, owner of Yellow Brick Road Auctions. Log on today to find your heart's desire.
Hey, it's Seth from... The computer is having a stroke.
Yeah, I was going to say, my God, we just joked about it, now it's happening. What the hell?
And my sound will inevitably go out in the next 5 minutes. So.
Oh, that's too funny. But, yeah, Seth had a Mitch.
Nothing was wrong. What happened was, I have that stupid... Everybody does that stupid voice to text or whatever.
Yeah.
And so now for some reason, it just, no matter what I do, if I'm texting somebody, if I put my phone back in my pocket, all of a sudden the texting starts picking up my voice.
Right.
So it was in my pocket and it just started picking up random letters. Just
That's funny.
God. Check out Yellow Brick Road Auctions. Make sure you're checking out Yellow Brick Road Auctions. I know Melissa's got some cool stuff on there. YellowBrickRoadAuctions.com. We're going to have her on again to talk about some of the cool stuff she's got coming up. YellowBrickRoadAuctions.com. If you want to buy some stuff, bid on some stuff, it's very, very cool website. Some great stuff. So excited about that.
Right.
People seemed happy with
Well, she was great. It's not hard to be happy with that. I mean, she did a great. Whether you buy into what she's saying or not, you can't say that she's not informed.
absolutely beyond educated.
Yeah, she knows what she's talking about. So, and that's all that's all that really matters is that we're getting informed information.
We already swore tonight, right? So
Yeah.
I can play this song.
Yeah, you can play whatever because we.
Fuck Ford, fuck Adidas, fuck Netflix too, fuck Starbucks, Barbie, Whoopi and The View, fuck Biden, Kamala, AOC, fuck Snuffleupagus down on Sesame Street, can't take it no more. Give me Trump 22-4, Sleepy Joe, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Fuck Bud Light, fuck CMT, yeah, fuck Target and fuck Disney. These hypocritical woke liberals know they're never gonna learn. It seems they're calling me stupid, calling me dumb, driving this song to #1. Should've known it by now. Fuck around and find out you chose. Go on, go
Too funny.
This show is not going on the
Yeah, this will not be on WHK.
radio broadcast.
I just got a message from somebody at WHK. They said, we regretfully pass on your show.
Yeah, yes. It was nice having you employed.
Yeah. Thanks for trying.
Don't forget, I'll be producing the Bob Frantz Show the rest of the week.
Ooh, that's fun.
Did it today. Tomorrow, there's another guest host, but then Bob will be in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, WHK 1420, 9 to noon.
Look at you.
I don't know if they want me to
promote that you're there?
Doing that. But
Why not? You're there. You're going to be there. You're guiding the conversation as the producer.
I don't know if that's Jason Aldean. Somebody said it was, but I don't
think it's him.
I tried looking that up. I don't think that's actually
No.
him.
I don't think it's him. Just a guess. But so you wanted to talk about the Guardians?
Yeah, how about that fight? So the Guardians, Jose Ramirez got suspended, I guess, for 3 games.
Right.
Tim Anderson suspended for 6 games. Francona a game. Sarbaugh a game. And Clase, I think, a game too.
All right. I can play it again. I have it queued up if you want to see it again.
Yeah.
But so I'll play it again, but I have a question, and you or chat room or anybody, if you could tell me, what did this guy, whoever, Anderson, whatever his name is, what did he do?
All right.
I don't understand what he did.
You want me to tell you now or after the clip?
Let's play the clip first, because I watched this clip like 10 times. I was like, all right, maybe it's a hard tag or something, but I was like, it didn't look like anything that was crazy. So let's I'll pull it up, and I pulled up the one with Hammy's call, because that down goes Anderson. That's phenomenal. All right, here we go.
Here it comes. A swing and a smash to first by the diving Vaughn. Down the right field line. Kicks into the corner. Ramirez on his way to second. Head first slide. Safe, and in to score is Jimenez. And another hustle double. Right over the bag at first. Now Jose and Anderson square off. They're fighting. They're swinging. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson.
That is so great.
It is great. So, Anderson was fined and suspended for 16 games. Okay. So, apparently, Ramirez had told them before, like, he was tagging people too aggressively. And I guess it stemmed from the night before, where he actually tagged somebody and tagged them so hard, moved their hand off of the plate or off of the bag as they slid in. But he was really, like, when he was trying to tag people, he was tagging them hard. And I think he got tagged probably on the head or something like that.
Well, let's look at it real quick. Let's look at it real quick one more time. Just the tag. share it back up. I'm going to turn the sound off. I just want to see if he really did tag him hard. So here it comes.
It looks like he tagged him, so
hit him in the head.
Head and in the ass, and his junk was hitting the bag.
Let's go back just one more time. Or maybe swatted him in the face. That's what it kind of, now I'm seeing it. Watch again, like he hits him. The way he hits him is like in the face, and it flips his helmet off. So he like hits him in the forehead, I guess. Watch. Boom.
Yeah.
So I guess, all right.
But I think he had a habit of doing that. From what I've read, Anderson's kind of a punk-ass player.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
And whatever, it's baseball. But, he's the one, Anderson's the one that squared up, too. He's the one that actually got it squared up like he was going to fight.
Threw
the
his
first
glove
punch
down and stuff, yeah. Thought it was a hockey game or a hockey match or whatever.
Yeah. If you're going to square up like that, you better have something to back it up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jose clocked him with a right in the jaw, and that guy went down.
Down goes him.
And there's a video out there of him. You could really just see the punch land him right in the face.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Not that I condone violence, and I'll be called out for that too.
I do. I condone it. I love it. And that shot was great. That shot was fresh out of an MMA fight.
Yeah.
It really, because I saw the other angle of it too. And he hits him and he just falls like an MMA guy does, just unconscious on impact.
Why suspend him though? I don't understand this. I mean, baseball fights happen.
Yeah.
Fights happen. It's sports. It's competitive. And the blood and juices are flowing. It's part of the game, kind of.
I think they have to suspend him.
Why?
Because otherwise, then people do it in the stands.
Well, you can't do it in the stands. I'm talking
But
about
they
the
will.
heat of battle. And the heat of battle on the field.
But that's the problem, is they will do it in the stands. Dude,
That's going to be next in war. We're going to say you're suspended if you.
Haven't you ever been at like an Indians game or a Browns game or something where a fight broke out?
Of course.
Yeah, I was going to say they fight in the stands. I just they have. I could see one game. I can't see from that incident. Now again, if there's other circumstances or whatever, I can see maybe 2 games. I don't see 6 in that. And I'm not trying to take the White Sox guys' side here. I don't care. I don't know that player at all. But I think 6 is crazy. Don't you?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But again, I wouldn't have suspended either guy. But security showed up in my area when this happened. I think Scott was actually at the game.
All right.
We should have had Peter Knapp on. Peter Knapp, I'm sure, was at the game.
I'm sure he was. Yeah, here you go. Here's what goes on in the stands. This is at a Yankee game this year. Have you seen this?
I don't know.
Let's play this. Pull him down. Push him down.
Man, there's people throwing haymakers.
Look, there's a haymaker from out of nowhere. Stuff going crazy out there.
Yeah, I think it should be just part of sports. In every aspect of the games, fans, players, everybody should be able to throw down.
Right. Why not?
Hell, let's do it at high school games and kids' games.
Why not? Dude, me and Neely on Classic Metal Show this weekend, you're hip to Power Slap, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So we were watching some clip of some rogue federation, the RXF or something. And it started out because they have a slap fighting now, a division of slap fighting that is girls getting slapped on the ass. It's ass slap fighting.
Nice.
So then we were looking it up. We were looking up on the fly to see this fighting stuff. And we found that they had a sanctioned kids power slap fight. And these were kids. These were like 13-year-old girls slapping each other in the face.
Jesus.
It was
wow.
It was. Let me see if I can find it.
You know what I saw on ESPN? I texted you when I saw it. ESPN had pillow fights on the other night.
Right.
They actually had two men in the ring with pillows, and they were beating the crap out of each other with pillows. And I sat there going, what? I mean, like, if it was like a couple of women in lingerie, I'm sorry, Barbie lovers, but if it was a couple of women in lingerie, hitting each other with pillows and feathers flying all over the place, then that's a sport.
Sure.
But a couple of guys that are all ripped and are hitting each other with a couple of pillows in a ring, you got to be kidding me.
Next thing you know, those guys will be going to the library to read to kids.
Next thing you know, it's going to be the pillow biting championship.
That's right.
When it comes to the men in the ring.
Check this out. You ain't going to believe this. That's clearly a kid, right?
Yes, that's a child.
That is a child. Watch this.
Mai văzut un concurs de slap la feminin.
We should ask Billy Fischer about this. This is Vegas.
Yeah, watch this.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
And they're whomping each other.
Where's my kid? I'm going to get her involved in this.
She's probably too old.
16.
These kids look like they're about 12. How old do you think those two are?
Yeah, they look young.
They look very young, and they're going to hit each other in the face. Watch this. I'm not kidding.
Are the parents like the managers and stuff? I mean,
I have no idea.
What kind of parent allows your child to do this? That wasn't much of a slap, but
no, I mean they don't hit.
Is that a guy right there? Is that a guy versus a girl?
That's the whole thing. We thought for the whole thing that it was a guy versus a girl, but we actually had a caller that could, because it's all in like Spanish or Armenian or some language, and they called in and said that they spoke that language and that it was two girls. So that's a girl. The other one, the one with the flat top. That's a girl.
That's a girl.
And that's a girl. That's a
Does she
Rapino.
get a better slap than the other one?
Well, let's see. Not the first. I think this is the first one, and this is not a great slap.
Like, slap fighting is really, really fun to watch.
It is fun.
It wasn't really great either.
Wasn't really great. But you know what's even worse about this? So you know the UFC one, the UFC power slap that's done by Dana White. They do 3 rounds and then they go to the judges.
Right.
This, I don't know how long they go. They went until the girl, the one with those, until she quit.
Wow.
They went like 6 rounds. They went 6 rounds of this, of them smacking each other in the face.
Yeah, so if you have not seen Power Slap, you got to look it up.
Power Slap's great, and you can see it on Rumble. For those of you that are on Rumble, that is the official home of Power Slap. But here, real quick, I think I can find it real super fast. Do you want to see the women's booty slap competition?
Yes, I have to see the women's booty slap competition.
Right, hold on, let me find it.
But the Power Slap, I got really into it. I'm kind of
I
sad
love
that
it.
it's on Rumble. I mean, I like Rumble because our show does really, really well on Rumble.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of everybody watching the show on Rumble, but it was on like regular TV, like TBS or whatever.
And they
I
moved it to
followed it
Rumble.
there, and they moved it to Rumble. But I watched the first season of that Power Slap where they're in the house and all that kind of stuff. And it was great, man. Those guys knocked the hell out of each other.
Yeah. Where is that? Where is it? Son of a bitch. I wonder if Facebook. Oh, there it is.
Seth should do a trans slapper league. Can we do that? Is that
Why
legal
not?
to do?
Why not? All right, here you go. Now this is booty slap.
I'm starting trans slapper league. Copywriting that.
Here's the booty slap. And see, this is a regular. The RXF Slap Federation.
Wow.
And here's what's going on in booty slap.
Splash that.
Holy. Yeah. And they're in a ring.
Yeah.
All right. This should be in every bar in America.
I agree.
Alright, Alexandra Juhase focusează către partea aceea.
Again in Vegas. I'm moving to Vegas.
Oh la la.
Ooh la la.
Te invidiez. Alexandra! Dea sus up! Alexandra a ales să dea cu palmele de sus în jos. Are o zonă ea care...
Who wins?
I don't know. I don't know how you win.
Like, if it goes to the judges, I mean, I can't imagine somebody gives.
You know who wins? We do.
We do. Yes, indeed.
Am o rugăminte din partea lui Sandu. Mulțumesc. Haide, Roxana, hai să vedem. Hai! Ia uite că a sărit scântei. A sărit?
Probably getting paid for this too.
Yeah. Anyway, there's booty slap.
Natalie, come on. How absurd? That's not absurd. It's a sport.
Yeah.
These women train hard for this.
That's what I wrote on my Facebook is, where do I apply to be a trainer?
All right, you just took the words right out of my mouth. I'm leaving this show, moving to Vegas to become a trainer for the booty slap competitions.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you probably have to start with several years of Lizzos before you get up to those.
That's fine. Whatever. And I may have to learn like a new language, but time to close the border. No,
I just like that.
Open the border to those people.
I love this, listening to the announcer, whatever language he's talking, he's like, ooh la la.
Well, he's taking it very serious, though.
Yeah, but he can't even help that she's poking that ass out there, and he's like, ooh la la.
We're never getting another guest on the show ever again.
Probably not, but that's what's going on. Hey, we're just reporting the news.
Yes, we are news professionals.
Yeah, I mean, to my knowledge, that wasn't AI. That's something that's actually going on.
Absolutely ridiculous to say this is a sport. I don't like the fact, Natalie, that you're not standing up for your fellow women.
That's right.
This is a women's league promoting the women being in charge and empowered.
And unlike that stupid soccer, that's something guys will watch.
Absolutely. Barbie would be very proud of that sport.
What would the ratings be if that was on like ESPN or something?
Bigger than the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. Be great.
Yeah, if they put that on Fox 8 with a halftime show, I'd watch that every single day.
Absolutely.
I'd buy everything that they're putting commercials out for. It's empowered women. Of course it does.
See?
We here on the show are supporting the movement.
We are.
Absolutely. You must get in.
We would support it. So booty slap. That's the RXF Slap Federation if you're looking for it.
All right, well, we've done our job for that.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, if you're looking for entertainment, you can see women and kids beating each other up. Kind of shit is that?
Yeah, we've I don't follow things just because it's for women. Well, I do. I support the movement. Thank you very much.
Yeah, me too. They don't call me a feminist for nothing.
Desire, I support the movement, just so you know.
That's right.
All
Let's
right.
get out of here.
Yeah, it's over. You got to go do Chris Akin Presents, correct? 8 o'clock tonight?
Yes, 8 o'clock, just me and Eric. I don't think there's any guests.
People can watch that tonight. CMS Network, CMSTV.net. And God willing, we will talk to you on Wednesday night.
That's right.
We'll recap the election and see whether the state's going to hell or not.
Right.
All right. Have a great night. We'll talk to you Wednesday. Thank you.
See ya.
Yeah.